could start from scratch. With no rules, there's a superposition of possibilities. If our lives will turn out better is an open question, even if we had a God to ask, which we do not have. Despite Google, we act as if we had an oracle that can see that we possess an inherent behavior right for every occasion. With each dance step, we leave footprints in time that are different from all the steps we could have taken. We move on, like Minerva's owl flying at dusk, with memories from where we had never been. Memories are what are missing in what is there. Definite non-beings, Hegel might have said. I think of life as a deck of cards. The cards that are closest to your own have a great chance of staying there even after a shuffle of the deck of cards. With self-awareness comes every violation of your own perception of what you are to look like. Free will. It is important to avoid being too predictable. It pays to be irrational at times. Determinism means sufficient conditions for something to happen, not necessarily necessary. If you call every shuffle of the all that can happen deck of cards a story, then it's obvious that the mix that contains the story you are experiencing is sufficient for you to actually do it, but it's not the only mix where you are available. In other words, it is not necessary. The question of whether we have free will depends on how small we make the individual who is supposed to possess free will. Where is the identity that has free will? The information and the answer may come as an avatar embodiment. We make copies of the self-image in our short-term memory, but they fit images of the outside world with widely differing stories and expectations. The important thing is which we choose to communicate. Reality is bluffing. No matter how much we call it, we only see the echo of it in memory. Consciousness is not a property, it is an effect. All echoes die out. If my thoughts are like echoes in the brain, I only exist while I die. If all sensory impressions come as drum beats with different frequencies, which give echoes in the brain, one can ask oneself whether one can hear on the echo what shape the drum has. You have to try it out by hitting it. We play as long as we live. Things happen all the time. Remembering is events in the brain. But we should call them actions. Certainly not all events are actions, but all actions are events. The boundary between events and actions is like looking into a fractal. I decided that there must be more than a narrow path between dull details and blows that need to be corrected. As a schoolboy, I read that if the universe had a sound, a background sound that was always there, we would not hear it. On the other hand, one could imagine that situations could arise where this background noise created resonant sounds in parts of the universe. These sounds would in principle be possible to hear. The next time I had ringing in my ear, I ran into Dad shouting, "Dad, I hear the universe." If you were to ask me today why I was interested in whether it was possible to hear the universe, the answer would be, why be interested in anything else? It is not really what the universe and its multiversity can tell us that is the most interesting. What is most interesting is what it cannot tell us.